Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Sydney Sweeney, Jonesy's imaginary girlfriend.
Yes, I'm glad you said imaginary.
I feel if there was another time, perhaps, I don't know, I feel like I got a connection with her. I don't know what it is.
A connection with her?
Well,
you've never met her, you haven't seen her films.
You might be the only person left in the world who's a fan of her after this controversy. She is at the centre of a massive social media storm at the moment, following this new ad campaign she's done with American Eagle. So that's a US denim manufacturer. So Sydney Sweeney, in case you don't know her, she's in Euphoria, White Lotus. She did that movie, Anyone But You, that was filmed in Sydney. She has been accused, and this brand has been accused of kind of linking this ad campaign to ideals of white supremacy, specifically eugenics, by making a pun about genes with a J and genes with a G, genetic genes. I think we've got a grab of the ad here for you.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Well, that's just funny.
Yes, what is the controversy? And I'm always ready to slag off anyone who's that attractive.
Well, yes, me too. But to give you an idea of what people are writing, and when I say this is all over TikTok, like since
it's
the
massive.
23rd of July when this ad dropped, it has not gone away. So one person wrote on TikTok, the American Eagle ad wasn't just a commercial, it's a love letter to white nationalism and eugenic fantasies, and Sydney Sweeney knew it. Another person wrote, when those traits are consistently uplifted as genetic excellence, we know where this leads. This just echoes pseudoscientific language of racial superiority.
See, but you could have had a beautiful black model actress saying, I've got great genes.
I'm pretty sure Naomi Campbell, all those years ago, it's all about the genes. Well, I'm pretty sure she said that.
But I guess the argument here is that they didn't hire a beautiful black woman to do this. They hired a blue-eyed, blonde-haired woman. So anyway, that's the beginning of the controversy. It then intensified because there was silence. We didn't hear from the brand.
Although their numbers went up.
Exactly. We didn't hear from American Eagle for ages. Finally, after more than a week, it responded and defended the ad, saying Sydney Sweeney has great genes, is and always was about the genes with a J, her genes, her story. So they're maintaining this kind of, it's a pun, it's purely innocent, it's wordplay. Sydney Sweeney, though, still has said nothing. So she has not made a peep or a reference about this. She has appeared at events. She was on the red carpet a few weeks ago at a movie premiere, but she's said completely nothing. It's not the first time, though, that she's been at the centre of a kind of conservative-esque controversy. A few years ago at her mum's birthday party, a bunch of the guests were seen wearing MAGA hats. And at the time, there was this big furor, but Sydney Sweeney said, stop making assumptions and turning an innocent celebration into an absurd political statement.
Maybe she's doing an afternoon show.
Well, that was in 2022.
Wow.
Fast forward to 2024, a US election year. Stay with me. Sydney Sweeney formalizes her Republican status by registering as a Republican voter in the state of Florida.
So why is that such a big deal?
It's a big deal because, or the internet says it's a big deal because she downplayed.
So it's not a big deal.
She downplayed the kind of MAGA connections in her family. And I think at the time people were willing to write that off and say, well, if her family are Republicans doesn't mean she's a Republican. The 2025 context, or 2024 when she registered, context of being a Republican is, of course, not the same context as being a Republican 20 years ago. It's Trump's America. It's Trump's party now. So there's those Trumpian kind of links to, if you subscribe to this party, that must mean X, Y, Z about you. And
which is fair enough, actually.
It's
because
not
it means you do.
Yeah, but having said that, Republicans aren't all bad. There are people
that... But what Emma's saying is these days, if you're MAGA, that is a thing.
Well, there is another subset
it's a
within
further
Republicans.
push to the right.
And
Exactly.
Trump's now weighed in, hasn't he?
Trump has weighed in. Of course, he loves it. He's very impressed by the ad. I think we've got a grab of him speaking here.
She's a registered Republican? Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
He said he thinks it's the hottest ad. He used the word hot.
It's hot.
And he also said that he thinks she's really hot and that this is the end of wokeness. That's
Yeah.
another part of the
JD
quote.
Vance also weighed in and said something similar. But as you mentioned, Amanda, American Eagles shares jumped 24% after Trump's comments, their best day in 25 years, adding about $200 million to the company's value. So from a business perspective, it's great news.
What
but
size jeans do you think they're buying?
for Sydney Sweeney, it's not going to be good for her career, I don't think.
Don't you think?
No.
Nah,
Because I read a Marina Hyde, she's an English journalist, she's very acerbic. She wrote this in The Guardian saying, it's because she's hot and she's attractive.
Yep.
Everyone's up in arms. She's got a sense of humour. Let it go.
I
So I
just
don't
think
know where
this-
to put myself with
I
it.
agree
think
with
the
that.
silence is deafening, though. If whether she's a Republican or not,
But
I
she
feel
can't
like
win whatever she says.
it's going on, and her not saying
Yeah.
anything. I think the longer she says nothing, the worse the conspiracy spirals out. I
We should
think,
just all drink her bathwater and be done with it.
She has.
I mean, at the end of the day, she's objectively very hot, so I think she'll be okay.
She's got a very hot ad.
Thanks, Mr. Trump.
Thank you, Em.
Thank you.
Check her out at the Daily Oz.